Mac and Cheese. Richard Cheese and the guy from Return of the Mac.
Turn of the Dick Cheese.
Oh, Dick Cheese. I just got that. That was one of those things where it was like, do you get it? It's Dick Cheese. Then I was like, what's Dick Cheese?
I mean, I understand that Dick is short for Richard.
Like, I get that you're doing a pun. I do not get what the pun is.
You know when your dick's all filthy? No.
No, I do not know what that means.
You know your dick's all fucking filthy, you just never wash it.
I'm 13 and getting CDs from the library. I got this because it was in the comedy section.
I didn't realize it was gonna be.
I thought this was gonna be a Dimitri Martin record.
I thought this was Mitch Hedberg.
Someone the other day was talking about musical comedy.
Return of the Mitch.
Someone who didn't know anything about comedy, they were like, "Yeah, musical comedy," and then I was like, they were saying that they liked Bo Burnham, they did not like other musical comedy. Yeah. And I said, "What other musical comedy even like is there?" And then they were like, well, you know, I like Zach Galifianakis and Dimitri Martin's musical comedy. I said, they just did comedy over music. And they said, yeah, you're right. That Mitch Hedberg album, too. That classic musical comedy album from Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah. That was a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, the bass player.
Mitch. More like bitch Hedberg.
It's funny that he's like a clean guy and like he's a person like clean people like, but then it's like he was losing a leg to heroin and like.
Mitch Hedberg swears.
Yeah, but clean people like him.
Like
I know a lot of Christians.
Like people without dick cheese.
Yeah, people without dick cheese. I know a lot of Christians who like Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they know?
I was a good little boy listening to Mitch Hedberg.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. I was.
No.
I was listening to Mitch Hedberg's musical comedy.
Mitch Hedberg, the musical.
Yeah, it's musical comedy. Well, he has that album with the bass player. It's a collab. I like those Mitch Hedberg songs.
Well, you know what? Almost every rapper is a musical comedian then.
That's true.
With the skits.
They got the skits, and then also a lot of those lyrics are funny.
They are funny sometimes.
Yeah. It'll be like,
Return of the Mac.
Well, that's not. That's not very funny.
Return of the Mac. But here's the funny part. And cheese.
And cheese. Eric claims that the return of the... I don't know how long we've been recording.
That was on mic, but I don't think I was holding the mic yet.
Nonetheless, let's just run back a thing from 2 minutes ago.
We got some time to fill.
For people who just started listening.
For people who are too busy, who are too used to listening to WTF and fast forward 5 minutes into every podcast.
I like to start a podcast, walk out of the room, come back in,
go take a shit.
I like to catch up. It is a thing sometimes because like my girlfriend just works from home. So I'll be like in the kitchen doing something and I'll like be playing something on my phone and then I'll like leave the room to go do something else. And then it's like, it's kind of like I'm just like playing things for like, here's a
You're
podcast
like a
about wrestling.
You're like a DJ.
I'm the accidental DJ.
That's a good DJ name. Accidental DJ.
Accidental DJ.
DJ Accidental.
The mailman comes over. Are you listening to a wrestling podcast? No, my boyfriend put it on, and then he left an hour and a half ago.
My boyfriend put it on and then left.
Yeah.
He didn't even...
He did not even listen to the first part.
Didn't even listen to it for a second.
But if you're curious, Edge did his old entrance. No, my girlfriend now, she just draws pictures of Loki and then goes into her room and closes the door.
Low-key what?
Loki, just low-key, guys.
Low-key what? Low-key, like, gay stuff? Like...
Loki, yeah. He's like two dudes in suits with wedding rings, but then they're sneaking off together. And when I say wedding rings, I mean like straight men wedding rings.
Yeah, like the rubber ones they sell in gas stations.
Not a gay couple who are sneaking off. Not a gay couple with a fun love life. No, I mean she's got a crush on Loki.
Loki what?
Loki from the universe, dude.
She's got a low-key crush on the universe?
Publicly, I have a crush on Loki. Loki, I've got a crush on Thor. Air America's crazy. It's weird that they were like, we're going to start a Fox News for liberal people.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. Like, how the fuck did you fail at that?
They were ahead of the time.
Yeah.
They were both ahead and behind.
I know. It's like
they're doing it on the radio. Yeah.
Everybody hates George W. Bush.
Everybody hates Carter. Wait, what time is it?
Everybody hates George W. Bush. Like even NoFX is having success putting out political records. And you guys can't get a radio station off the ground.
NoFX is hitting the charts. Yeah. And you can't get a free radio station off the air with heavy hitters like
Mark Maron. I want to guess Janine
Garofalo. Al Franken.
Was he on there?
And that girl who's bitter in the documentary.
I've never watched that documentary.
This
is always the problem. You Google Air America, and then it's Air America was a passenger cargo airline established by the CIA. Oh. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, Air America was the CIA. They made a fake like airline, but it was just the CIA. And then it's like, hey, is Mark Maron working for the CIA?
Mark, are you a narc?
Mark, we need you to interview people.
Mark the narc.
Mark, the CIA needs people to know Don Rickles' process.
Did he ever get Rickles?
I don't think so. The CIA is just out there.
The CIA killed him before he could
The CIA is just like America's biggest problem, being infiltrated by foreigners at open mics. Mark, we need you out there telling people how to make the sausage. We need a strong defense. Fucking Hugh and Fry are coming over here.
Stealing all our good comedy jobs.
Who the big Mr. Bean is coming over.
Mr. Bean stumbled across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean drove a boat backwards.
He drove a boat. Mr. Bean is evading America. Wait, he's in India? How'd he go there? Is that supposed to be like a historical? Because they like were trying to go to India?
It's about colonialism. It's a statement.
How smart is this Mr. Bean movie? The new HuffPost think piece. How much should we think about this Mr. Bean movie?
How should I kill myself?
Am I overanalyzing Leslie Nielsen's oeuvre?
Oeuvre.
That's what the Marines are saying.
It's the flamboyant Marines.
Yeah.
Oeuvre.
No, that's right. Because like before you do something, before you run through your mind all the shows you've done in the past, and then it gives you the confidence. The Marines, they're going, our oeuvre as Marines. Our general body of work as the Marines.
We've done a great job.
Very inspiring.
And that's what gave them the courage to leave Afghanistan.
Yeah. When the WCW went out of business, the WWE bought all the rights to everything from them, and it turned out later that it was like for a crazy small amount, to the point where people were like, oh, if we would have known it was like that small of amount, we would have just like
bought it.
Like 8 of us would have just teamed up and bought it. And it's very funny to imagine that like with it actually only takes like 12 guys and a couple $1,000.
And you can have Kabul.
Yeah, you can just take over a fucking place. Oh.
You just got to have a little oeuvre.
Yeah. No, that whole military inflated budget thing, that's just to like scare away smaller countries. Oh, America's spending a gajillion on...
Greece is never going to try and take over the world again now.
Yeah, they think it costs so much money. They don't know we're doing it with fucking... We just took paddle balls and we cut the string and then we hit the ball now fucking goes. That's pretty much all we do.
We just challenged you to a game of one-on-one.
You think that would be great? It's like the Taliban is playing baseball and eating apple pie and burgers. I think they're just rubbing it in our faces at this point. Yeah, America! The Taliban has changed the name of Afghanistan to America, but lowercase and spelled wrong. I think they're doing it sarcastically.
The Taliban has fucked an apple pie.
Oh.
They don't realize how funny we think that is.
They don't realize. They don't. They think we like apple pie because of American pie. They don't know that it was like a thing before that. And you're just someone overseas and you're like, yeah, Americans, like, their culture is baseball, that one movie American Pie. Country music.
Country music, flags.
We have captured Jason Biggs. Eric, we gotta try. I say right now we start a race, you and I. Which one of us will be a guest star on How I Met Your Father first?
And they're off.
The way I look at it, we got 6 years.
Eric's at an open mic for the first time in years.
Eric has sent in a headshot to a guy who books commercials in Cincinnati. Dan is trying to get Twitter followers.
It looks like he's bought 100.
And his account has been suspended.
That's
always great. People are like, man, Instagram's taking away my account. Follow me on this backup. And it's like, oh, so you're just admitting that you're like buying followers and doing a bunch of bullshit?
No, they're posting fucking nudes or whatever.
Nudes. No, because it'll be people where it's like, you're not posting nudes.
You ain't posting nudes. I would ban you.
Trust me, I'm looking.
I'm seeking them out. Why don't you post nudes?
Nude alert. We've developed an app that you log in through your Instagram into this app, and we will send you an alert.
Ban you.
We will send you an alert whenever a lady you find at all attractive posts a photo that is at all jack-offable. We will instantly screenshot it and save it to a folder on your phone.
The app is called Jack Off with no A. And an umlaut over the O. Jack Off.
It's like a Steve Jobs type presentation, and he has a lady in like a low-cut dress, and he's like, here, take a selfie, Margaret. You look great. And then she takes a selfie, and then he blows it up on the screen.
And then five guys' phones bing in the audience.
No, it blows up on the screen, and then you see that like one of her nipples is slightly out. And then he's like, oh, Margaret, you should probably delete that photo real quick. Oh, and then she deletes it, and then he goes, who in the audience still has the photo?
Who here has already embraced Jack Off?
Who here is looking at Margaret's nipple right now?
Woo!
I present to you that Margaret's crying. I present to you the future of technology.
It was an accident.
No, Margaret's the opposite. Margaret then just flashes, and both of her tits have jack off without the A written on.
Without the A.
Written on them.
Her nipples are the umlaut somehow. And then matches her tits together to make her nipples the
Steve
umlaut.
Steve Jobs is like, flash away, boys. These puppies aren't... They're cheering so loud.
All right, guys, calm down.
Everybody.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
We shouldn't have done this presentation in Cairo. Everyone's way too repressed for this type of tech.
The auditorium starts shaking. Guys, you need to calm down.
Oh, no, it's a cum flood. A wall of cum starts going down the theater. Hit the deck. Ladies, close your pussies.
Ladies, clamp up.
Clamp up, it's a cum wall.
You think anyone's ever gotten pregnant in a cum wall?
Dude, if they would, I bet Cedar Point would have paid a lot to keep that down.
They definitely would have kept that quiet.
Yeah, dude. Come on. You're getting free front pass rides for life.
Do you think when that guy with the people you know
Yeah. Hell yeah.
When that guy lost his feet at Kentucky Kingdom.
No, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, it happened at some point.
They fell off on a roller coaster and he couldn't go. Hey, can you guys go down and get my feet? They're like, we got to wait till the park's closed, sir. I'm bleeding from the nubs. You mind going down and get my feet? Can
you at least cauterize this for me?
They fell on one of the loops. It just fell off. I know I should have put them in the little cubby.
It would be funny, a guy taking his prosthetic leg off and putting it in the locker.
That'd be awesome.
No, but yeah, some kid or some dude lost his feet on some ride. And you think they were like, listen, we'll settle, we'll give you a little money, and you know what? Free rides for life. And he's like, can I get like tickets to a different park? I don't know if I really trust this place. Can I get tickets to like Disneyland or something?
This place sucks.
I don't really plan on coming back.
Yeah.
You ever get food poisoning?
I'm trying to I don't know. I did, yeah. The first time I ate at a restaurant during COVID, I got real sick. Yeah.
Shame.
I know, man. It was I got food from a slider bar. So it was like, well, there's no way of knowing.
Which one was it?
I ate 8 things.
Was it the Scrooge board?
Yeah, it was like fucking
Which Norwegian treat was this?
Was it the halloumi?
No, that halloumi's good.
No, halloumi sucks, man.
I like halloumi.
Halloumi's like, I'm gonna bite into a. It's like, if you describe halloumi, it's a solid piece of squeaky cheese.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. My favorite way and texture of cheese. I love solid, hard, like squeaky cheese. Yeah. I like when I bite into a thing, I have a moment where I'm like, did I eat packaging?
Did they accidentally put the container the halloumi came in?
Yeah. Did they not peel?
Did they not take the rind off this?
Yeah.
This tastes like rind.
You know that you're allowed to eat stickers from fruit? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Yeah. And then my girlfriend cut up a thing and she was like, oh, you can eat the sticker. Yeah. And then I was like, well, you could also peel it off.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably peel it off. Yeah. You didn't eat the stickers when you were a kid? No. Kid eating lunch?
No.
That was always the first bite, man.
What?
Yeah, you eat the sticker. You didn't do that?
What was your lunch? An apple covered in stickers for dessert and for the main course?
My lunch was a sticker book and a pencil.
For the main course, it was just a bug net. Your mom said, go into the fields, buddy.
Yeah, we had to forage for our lunch.
Catch your lunch.
We had to forage stickers.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That was a class at IU, is you could take like an 8-week foraging course. Yeah. And then you go out. Graduation was a banquet.
Of all the things you foraged?
Yeah, you all went out into the woods, and then, which is like, oh, look, we all made a twig salad.
Honeysuckle for dessert from everybody.
Yeah. Maybe we should not take everyone to the same park.
I found a rotten pear.
I found an empanada.
Yeah, we all looked at Denise earlier.
I found an empanada from that truck.
Somebody just shows up with the fucking Happy Meal. I found a McDonald's. I foraged for a McDonald's in my car.
I stole a pie out of a lady's window. There's just some guy who doesn't understand.
It's like, I foraged all these candy bars from Walgreens.
Yeah, I just wait until I bring up a lighter, and then while they're doing that, I forage a bunch.
I forage a bunch of fruit chews.
Yeah. All right, week 2 in foraging, the self-checkout test.
Everything's a banana.
Forage yourself some deals.
Potatoes are on sale. Shouldn't we do potatoes? A+.
You can find.
Does everyone here have their Kroger Plus card or remember their dad's phone number?
You can make acorn stew. You could also eat this type of berry that you can sometimes find. You can also go to Starbucks, and then when they put out like the online order, you just take those because they don't know. You don't have to prove it or anything.
They don't care.
Also, grass soup. No, I'm gonna make some rock stew later. You ever rock stew?
I can't say I have.
Oh, it's good, man. I'll let you have some, but you have to
help me find the rocks.
Well, no, I got the rock. I got most of it taken care of, man. But you gotta bring, you know what I mean? Do you have any everything else that goes into soup?
You have any bouillon? Bouillon.
You don't know that old trick, the rock soup trick?
Can't say. I said no.
A hobo, he goes, I'm making some rock soup. And then a normal person comes by and he's like, damn, hobos have the best food. What do you got there? He goes, I'm making rock soup. It's just a rock and water. But hey, man, I'll let you have some. You got any carrots? The guy's like, sure.
And what about beef?
And another guy's like, hey, can I have some rock soup? I got some potatoes.
Great. Throw them in.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, you got a full stew going.
And you just sift the rocks out.
And then you got, the rocks are still the best part. The hobo's like, I want the rock. That's the whole fucking point.
Why do you think it's called rock soup?
Some crazy hobo accidentally coming up with a scam. No, I don't want all of this other shit you put in there.
Ew.
Gross. Cabbage.
I'd rather set myself on fire.
I'm going to try to do this outside of like a Kroger or something. Just a big boiling pot of water and a rock.
Anybody got anything they want to add?
I'll let you have some, pal. He just got to go in and get a can of soup.
Just get a couple cans of soup.
Yeah. No rock.
Don't bring any rocks. I brought the rocks.
You're making rock soup and then some other hobo walks over. Perfect. I'll throw in my rock. And then you two just sort of stare at each other like, son of a bitch. I can't call him out because then my jig is up.
What do they say the jig is up for?
Because jigs were illegal. It was illegal to dance. People hated the Irish so much in the early days of America that you'd come
wouldn't even
in.
let them dance.
Yeah. They'd be like, I think a bunch of Irish people are in that building. No, it looks like they're just doing the Charleston through the window. And then you burst through. They're doing the jig. The Charleston was a fake.
It was a fake.
They had a couple by the window.
Yeah, they were doing the Charleston by the window to conceal the jig going on.
But no more, sir.
When they went in with their nightsticks, started beating the shit out of those dirty micks.
Yeah, the jig is up.
The jig is up.
That's why they call them jiggers.
Oh.
No, because they were like, no, not like that. They, not like they didn't drink it, but like bar tool is a jigger. Because Irish are dirty drunks.
And so they would measure their booze very carefully.
Yeah.
People like, they're dirty drunk, so they like a well-balanced cocktail.
Those classic drunk Irishmen dancing and measuring.
You think a guy's ever like divorced his wife like that? Like, honey, sorry, I'm cutting you from the team.
Cutting you. We're replacing the position.
You're going back down to the minor leagues. We're just dating now.
You're gonna fuck my younger brother.
You're gonna fuck my.
You're gonna date my younger brother now.
I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Yeah. Moving up to the big leagues. That's what's called when someone like accepts that they have a fat fetish. Like typically I date, petite ladies, but I've accepted who I am. I'm moving up to the big leagues.
Moving up to the big leagues. What's wrong with a big lady?
Nothing at all. Just they cost more.
What, you have to like buy them 2 meals?
You buy by pound. Does your pimp not sell you by the pound?
I'll take 120 pounds of pussy.
No, I think I don't know. There's nothing wrong with big ladies. Yeah, where did that come from? Probably
120 pounds. Where'd the 120 pounds of pussy come from?
Where'd you come up with that? You just make that up?
You just make that up?
You didn't read that off a piece of paper.
How do these people who write TV shows think of all these jokes?
Yeah. There must be a formula, some way to make a comedy.
Did we ever talk about that on here?
I think in passing. That's so great.
That was the most depressing moment of
a guy on
life.
Reddit just asking genuinely, hey, I'm trying to write comedy. What's like the trick?
How do you do
How
it?
do you do it?
What's like the
How do like?
What's like the 2 + 2 of this?
Yeah. I want to be funny.
How do I be funny?
How do I comedy?
These guys are so funny. There must be a secret.
Yeah. How do they comedy? That guy, he needs to know about the CIA's work in what neighborhood does Mark Maron live in?
Echo Park.
They need to learn about the CIA's undercover operation in an Echo Park garage.
Well, he's moved.
Oh, damn it.
Remember when he gave out his address on his
Did he?
live? Because at some point during the quarantine, he was like live streaming like every morning on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it was like perfectly timed with like my morning poops, so I would like watch it sometimes.
Pooping with Mark.
Pooping with Mark. I bet a lot of people were pooping with Mark.
That's probably a like thing.
Pooping with Mark. The podcast.
I always think of that because the King Biscuit Flour Hour down in the South.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't know about the King Biscuit Flour?
Is that on the
Hour?
Chitlin circuit? What the hell are you talking about?
Kinda. Yeah, the King Biscuit Flour Hour out of.
Is that like the white Chiclin?
Where was it out of? It was out of Arkansas. Was
the
it
Chiclet
Eureka?
circuit.
The Chicklet circuit. That's the Mexican. That's the. The Chicklet circuit is the Tejano bands
Chicano circuit.
working on the border. No, what's the thing I keep saying?
King Flowers
King
Power
Biscuit
Hour.
Flour Hour.
Yeah, I'd like King Flowers Power Hour
King
more.
Flour Power Hour. No, King Biscuit Flour was an influential blues radio show. Where was the fucking? I know. I've been to the place where it is, but I can't think of where it was broadcast out of. It was broadcast out of Arkansas. I don't know why that's the thing
Arkansas?
I'm trying to figure out.
Arkansas?
Yeah. Wait, no, this is a different thing. Now I see what's going on.
Now I understand.
King Biscuit time. King Biscuit
You're
time.
on King Biscuit
Helena,
time now.
Arkansas. Now we're King Biscuit Flour Hour was in the 70s. Them like you referencing this thing. So King Biscuit Flour Hour, King Biscuit time. King Biscuit to make the best flour. Whose flour do you use, Eric?
I use the night flour.
Nah, man, King Biscuit. It was Helena, Arkansas. It was hosted by Robert Lockwood Jr. and a guy named Sonny Boy Williamson too, because he stole the name Sonny Boy Williamson from another guy, and then that guy was like, dude, at least put a 2.
Come on.
But that's bullshit because that guy's original name is Rice Miller.
Yeah.
And that's a cool name.
That's a great name.
Rice. No, man, they would play. It was like they would play blues recordings and stuff.
Boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom. In like the 40s, and it was it was 30 minutes long, and it was broadcast at 12:15, because that gave the people working the plantations and whatnot, and the people working the. Is plantation only slavery?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, then farm. People working the farm. It was after slavery.
Oh, okay.
In 1941, slavery.
I mean, I guess you still have a plantation.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Because Dockery plantation. Yeah, okay. So people, the people working in the fields, they would take their lunch at 12.
Yeah.
So then by the time they would all get into the area, 12:15. The King Biscuit time.
Boom, 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 boom. That classic blues song.
Exactly.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. And now, everybody dancing.
YMCA.
This is the blues. I'm just a gigolo.
120 pounds of pussy.
That would be a good blues song.
300 pounds of pussy.
Yeah.
400 pounds of pussy.
No, but they broadcast that show. The scheduling was based around people getting off, people taking their
My
lunch
schedule is
break.
based around people getting off too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Mark Maron should do. He should be like, I'm
Get people off.
I'm going live after we all jack off. Do your post come with me, Mark.
Oh, but yeah, he was doing this thing where he was just like, all right, let's see what I got in the mail. And he just keeps flashing through his mail, and he just shows his address like 18 times.
That's awesome. Not only that, he's showing the return address of fans and family. Here's not only me, but here's so you can get to my loved ones.
My mom sent me a letter.
Here's so you can get to my loved ones.
Oh, look, my wife.
He's
No, I guess
married?
his wife is dead.
His wife's dead. Were they married
They
before
weren't
she
married,
died?
No.
Oh, okay. Were they married now?
Yeah, they
Can you
did.
posthumously marry?
I'm marrying Marilyn Monroe.
Damn, dude. You know where she's buried?
Right next to Mickey Mantle.
No.
Joe DiMaggio. Wait, what?
She's married in a triangle with all of her former loves. No, she's married, or buried.
Same difference, huh?
Yeah. Hugh Hefner bought the plot next to hers.
That's so fucking weird.
I know, isn't that so creepy?
It's
like
so
the creepiest fucking thing you've ever heard.
That is so fucking weird, dude.
I know, isn't that the fucking weirdest goddamn?
Is he still alive or did he die?
No, he died a few years ago.
Yeah, I thought so.
But isn't that so creepy?
So if I ever go visit Marilyn Monroe's grave, I can jack off onto Hugh Hefner's grave in his honor.
You'd be honored, dude.
Hef, this one's for you.
I want to be married next to that girl who never returned my calls.
I'm going to bust out my elementary school yearbook, try to remember who I was sitting in front of in math
If you
class.
won't be with me in this life, I'll be with you in the dirt. Are you going to kill me? No, I'm just going to wait for us both to die. And then...
Hopefully you die first, because it's going to be complicated.
If not, boy, howdy.
It's going to be hard to convince you
It's going to be
from
very
beyond
hard.
the grave.
Keep me cryogenically frozen until she dies. And then we're going to do a standard burial. No, dude, what a creep.
When I die, I don't want the funeral until a year later.
Dude, you're so cool. Hey, when I die, I want my funeral to be a party. No. I would like if my honeymoon was like right after the funeral. Because right after the funeral, you put me in a car with some dressed up lady in white.
Tie some tin cans behind the truck.
Yeah. Ship us off to Traverse City. We're doing a low key.
Yeah, come on.
Go to Traverse City, have a nice fall.
We're having a low-key honeymoon. Are you going to trick her?
We're having a low-key honeymoon on Asgard.
That guy loves tricks.
You know, I don't know if hold on, I gotta think out a word.
If you went as Loki for Halloween, would anyone even give you candy? They would just be like, well, I can show you a trick.
I'll trick you. Hey, how about the Tricks Rabbit, but it's Loki?
Tricks Rabbit with some fucking horns popping out.
Yeah. I'm over here, Thor.
I'm over here, kids.
No, dude, you do Thor as Tony the Tiger. Loki's the Tricks Rabbit.
Yeah.
Iron Man he's still Iron Man.
Iron Man cereals.
Iron Man cereal. Iron Man is the Marvel Avengers limited edition Iron Man cereal. The Hulk is the limited edition Hulk cereal.
He takes over for Boo Bear or whatever
Hawkeye
the fuck.
is Hawkeye brand oatmeal.
Hawkeye's cocoa wheats.
The Black Widows, cigarettes and coffee. I was hanging out at this person's house the other day, and they had a weed candle.
Yeah.
Like it smells like weed.
Yeah.
But they live in a state where weed is not legal.
Yeah.
And then they
Seems
also
dangerous.
smoke weed.
Seems
So
dangerous.
it's like, why?
So unnecessary, so dangerous.
I got a big thing that looks like a fake crack rock, and I put it in my window. And I also smoke crack.
I also smoke crack. I have like one of those salt lamps, but it's a crack rock.
It's a crack rock.
It smells like crack.
It smells like crack.
It smells like aluminum foil. It smells like how aluminum foil tastes.
I have a big sign that it says, "This is LSD paper," but it's not. But then inside I
do have a bunch of LSD.
Yeah. Can you just go into a restaurant? I guess you wouldn't have a plate. So you just go into a regular restaurant, start walking through the line, just holding a plate. Oh, I've only ever been to buffets.
I don't know how this works.
Do you guys not? Is that not like this? How do you do it?
Just tell me how you do it, and I'll do that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you order off a menu. I've never seen one of those before.
Sir, where did you get that plate? I brought it from a Golden Corral. I bought it from the Golden Corral next door. I thought that we could leave the Golden Corral.
You start showing them your receipt. Hey, I paid.
I thought this Carrabba's was just like a cool, like go to the Italian village of the Golden Corral. I thought Carrabba was like Golden Corral in Italian. Cara is corral, and then Abba is gold.
Abba? And, they flip the words around.
Yeah.
It's a different language.
You know how, Spanish works? It's Italian. No, but you know how Spanish works.
Well, listen, I'm headed over to the Mexican village later.
Don't worry, I'm going to...
I'm going to La Rosita.
What is that, a Chi-Chi's? Maybe I'll avoid that one. No, I know the TCBY closes before you do. I know.
I get it.
I gotta go there first.
I'll get there first. Don't worry. I'll have a little mid-meal dessert.
Ooh. Ooh.
Where's the TCBY around here?
I don't know, man.
I could go for some froyo.
Whenever I'm out, over at St. Matthew's.
Thank Christ. Buy yogurt.
What do you think Jesus is up to? What do you think would happen if Jesus came back today in my neighborhood? He'd be like,
I love it here.
I love it here, man. I don't even need to do the work. It's mostly wine. Most people are drinking wine already. Because they're either classy old gay couples or homeless people with Boone's Farm.
Or hobos with Mad Dog.
Yeah. I was trying to explain to someone in Old Louisville, and I was like, yeah, it's weird because it's like, they're describing their neighborhood, and they're like, yeah, it's nice, but then it'll be like a nice house, and then next to it's like a boarded up house. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like I live, because it'll be like, it's all these old nice houses, and then some of them are like, just be like a trap house, and some of it's like an old like rich couple, and some of it's just young people. And they're like, yeah, and they all look different. I was like, no, they all look the same.
Well, they're all pretty much
Where I
the
live,
same.
it's all identical.
They're all pretty much the same.
Just giant Victorian buildings, and you're like, what's inside of here? Hepatitis? Or an original Kuntz piece? This crazy. It's like, oh, this house has a carriage house behind it. Will it be an indoor swimming pool, or
will it be a gym?
A trap house?
Will it be a gym, or will it be covered in crack?
Yeah. This house is mostly crack.
Crack built this house.
You think cops are ever like, they bust into a crack house and they're like, this is definitely a crack house, and then one guy goes, I'll say, look at this foundation. Look at the state of the drywall. It's splintering.
Ouch.
Meanwhile, the guy's handcuffed face down on the floor.
Can you guys stop riffing?
Hey, that was pretty good when we've made that joke ourselves, actually. We did it way faster.
Do you think there's any cops who try to be witty, but they got to workshop it first? They're on their way to the crime.
That's what happened to Mike Armstrong. He was just trying to workshop bits for when he was a cop, and then at the open mic, people are like, "No, you want a headline?
Why don't you headline, Mr. Armstrong,
Officer,
Officer Armstrong, Armstrong? I'll tell you,
strong arm of the law."
Mike Armstrong.
Yeah, Mike Armstrong, Dave Fast Leg, the whole crew. Tony the Eyes.
Blind Tony.
Blind Tony.
Tony.
No,
Glasses Tony. Contacts Tony.
We had a party in college, and we were...
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
I know.
Did you guys get drunk?
We did.
Oh, man.
I was underage.
Oh,
I know.
shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's cool, man.
No, we all dressed up like the
All dressed up like cops.
the Beaver Boys from Tim and Eric.
The Jerky Boys?
No, the Beaver Boys.
The Beaver Boys?
And is that what they were called? Beaver Boys. Yeah, Beaver Boys. So we just wore all white clothing.
Yeah.
And then Andy wore some crazy shoes, like some sneakerhead hype beast shoes.
Yeah.
And then the cops came and they were arresting it. They came and they were breaking up the party, and then Andy and Andrew out front talking to the cops, and Andy's like, we got a noise complaint. And then the cops Andy was like, what was the noise complaint for? What was too loud? Was it like the music, or was it just too many people outside? And the cop goes, it was your shoes.
Dope cop.
Great cop.
Great fucking cop. I love it.
I know.
I fucking love it.
Your shoes are too loud.
Love that cop. Big fan.
I know.
Sir, can I have your autograph?
Yeah, no, that was cool. I was listening through the window because I was underage.
Yeah.
So we didn't want.
You don't want to get busted.
We figured 2 of the 3 people were overage. It might as well be them.
There were only 3 people at this party. I don't think you had a party.
We dressed up for a party, just the 3 of us who lived at the house. Hey man, but we were being very loud.
If people try and come in, you're like, sorry, you can't come in. We're having a party.
We're having a party. You can't get in here, dude. It's a party.
Private party.
Private party. That would be a funny gag in a college town. Is like you get a big house on a corner that's known for like having
the party
parties,
house, yeah.
And then you just blast music,
yeah.
But then you put up signs that are like private event.
Ticketed event.
Private event. Sorry, it's private party tonight.
Private party. Hire a guy in an orange shirt that says security.
Yeah. No, man, we did 'cause we were so cool. We moved the party down the block.
Hell yeah.
We said, everybody
dude.
go to Katie's house, which is a bigger house that we have parties at normally that has never been busted. I don't know why we did it here tonight.
Why did we dress up like...
I don't know why we had to do this at our
God,
place.
we're stupid. I'm never going to graduate.
That was a $60 lesson.
$60?
I don't know how much it was. I feel
what
bad.
Was $60?
I don't think I paid for that in noise complaint at all.
Oh,
I think it was
ticket.
one of those. I think it was a bunch of things where a bunch of people threw in cash.
Yeah, and you just didn't.
But I was broke.
Yeah.
And then I was always
How broke were you?
I was broken. My aunt, who's like an old lady, she said that in the old days they would do that. Her and all these kids in their town, they would light this field on fire.
Oh, nice.
And then call the fire truck so that the fire truck would put it out and then give them a ride on the fire truck back into town.
Why not just not go into the field?
Because the field, they needed to go far away enough that the fire truck could then drive them back into town.
So wait, they would throw a party, then they would set the field
No,
on
it was
fire.
no party. This is when they were like 10 in like the 20s or whatever.
So they wanted to...
This is some old Little Rascals type shit.
Yeah. They turned over an apple cart when they got back into
yeah,
town.
Yeah, exactly. This is like... No, but they would light a little fire in a field, and then someone would call the fire. There's a fire!
Fire!
Bring the truck that little kids can ride on. Specifically that one. No reason.
No reason.
No, I mean, cops... I remember hiding one.
Cops suck, dude.
Cops do suck.
Cops blow, bro.
One time this cop, he was busting the party from the front. So then we all ran out.
And another cop was busting it from the back.
Well, guy, that is what happened. No, this guy was a cop.
And then there were all these other cops standing around watching.
He was busting it from the front. And then, so we're all going through the back, and we're jumping over a fence. And then the cop, like, he's at the front door, and then he, like, turns so he can see around the house. And he sees a bunch of people jumping the fence, and he just went, oh, no! That's a fun memory.
Oh!
Oh!
Hey-oh!
Hey-oh!
Hey-oh! Officer McMahon.
Officer Ed McMahon on the case. On the case of bourbon.
In the case of Schlitz. Schlitz still a thing? Is that a regional beer?
I thought it was just what German people call,
Okay. We should buy guns.
We should all get guns. Let's buy the neighborhood guns. Has anyone ever done that? Like just some rich guy who's like...
Go into a gun store and be like, guns for everybody.
I'm going to buy the neighborhood guns. We're going to arm everyone.
They put that like on like how they have that on menus at like restaurants, like buy a round of shots.
Yeah,
like you're at like the gun store or at the gun range, and it's like buy a round of bullets for the staff.
Buy a round.
Buy a round of bullets for the staff.
You see a thing at the bottom.
They all killed themselves.
Pay severance so we can fire one of our employees.
You know, I saw a sign for a Wendy's.
Buy a bump for the chef.
It said Baconator. No.
It said original, hot and juicy.
Frosties. Hot and juicy Frosties, everybody.
Man.
No, it was like some fast food place, and it was like now giving out weekly stimulus checks. You get it? Like a job.
I wonder if legally they could like get in trouble for that.
I sued them already.
No, it's like you go and you get your paycheck. You're like, "Where's my stimulus check?"
And they're like, "Well,
they're like, well, it's the paycheck." We're like, "No, stimulus." You pull out a dictionary.
Stimulus defined
out of your Wendy's apron.
Oh shit! I grabbed the G.
Pocket. They should do that.
Pocket sized.
Because they have
OED.
Because they have like exactly. They make pocket dictionaries, but it's always just condensed full dictionaries.
Yeah.
I want the entire OED.
Yeah. But in my pocket.
Pocket size.
Pocket size.
And then it's like I'm leaving the day. It's like I feel like someone's gonna ask what jalopy means. I better grab the J.
I know I'm gonna have to spell Zamboni today.
Yeah.
I just know it.
You've got 4 in one in each pocket, 2 front.
And then they can sell their own pants.
What?
With extra pockets.
Oh, okay. These pants can carry cargo. Were cargo pants invented by the government? By the military?
They were invented by sailors.
Oh, were they really?
Cargo.
Oh, I guess cargo does predate the modern military.
Yes, it does.
The word battle was invented by Patton, right?
Oh.
I always like, it's like they're going on a military offensive. Man, it's like war is offensive, man.
I'm offended.
Death, destruction. Some of the words those guys are saying.
They're going on a military offensive. They're misgendering. The army is misgendering the president of Kabul.
We're going on a military offensive in the Middle East. We're calling them all Hindus. Well, we're saying, take that, you Hindu. They are pissed. I don't know whether to be more mad about that or the fact that they're being murdered by an outmatched military. If you had to, 2 questions.
Okay.
If you could,
2-part question.
have you ever thought about converting to a world religion? Second question: if you had to forcibly be converted,
I'm going Muslim.
you'd forcefully Muslim?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to be forced. Although I guess not, because people actually do deal with this, and they don't seem to like it. So I think it'd be cool to be forced Christian.
Yeah.
Because then it's like someone's just like, wear that sweater, be polite, drink that lemonade,
Well, I watched
stop scowling.
I watched that show Rami,
Play golf better.
Ramadan. What's it called? Rami? Rami?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That show with the Egyptian guy and the kid in the wheelchair. Or no, he's not a kid, but grown man in a
I
wheelchair.
have no idea what show you're talking about, and you're like, well, he's not a kid. I guess correcting you in a vacuum, correcting yourself.
Whatever. It's some show about a Muslim guy. I liked it because they wash their feet a lot, and feet are disgusting.
No, people should wash their feet more.
Yeah.
I've said it before, I think on this podcast, that I think is a takeaway from the Bible that we should bring back is Jesus and everybody washing each other's feet.
Yeah.
Because that's like...
feet are filthy.
You're washing your front... Everyone's got filthy feet. This way, everyone feels comfortable being barefoot in someone's house. You know what I mean?
I would like a foot bidet at like the entrance of my home.
No, I think it's important that you get down and wash someone's feet, because then it's like they come in and you're instantly tickling them. You've instantly got a little hee going along with your like soon-to-be father-in-law or whatever. He's got some red in his cheeks, and you're like, "Come on in. You want a drink? You want
A drink or something?
some pie?
You want to fuck?
We stole a pie in my foraging class. I'm sorry, we foraged a pie.
We foraged a pie. I'm sorry. I'd like to start just breaking into people's homes and be like, I'm an urban explorer. That's how I got kicked out of teddy bears one time.
Really? Oh yeah, you told me.
Upstairs.
Yeah. Well, that's my problem in strip clubs.
Yeah, you never really know where you're supposed to go.
No, the two times I've been there, because I've never been there trying to like
Get laid.
Yeah, trying to enjoy it. Well, no, the one time I was definitely down to get laid.
Yeah.
My first thought was just, I'm high, I'm just gonna explore a strip club, and my second thought was, I bet if I am indifferent to the strip club, maybe afterwards these strippers will think I'm cool and then I can get laid.
Yeah, that's how that works.
It did. Well, no, one of them thought I was cool because she was just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just like bored and walking around." She's like, "You're crazy."
You're wild.
No, I tried to go. I was like, "Where's this upstairs go?" And then all of a sudden, a big muscular guy's like, "Get out of here!"
Yeah, you're not supposed to do all that.
Yeah.
There's some off limits areas at a strip club.
I also kept asking the lady who worked the front desk questions that were just like about how it worked. Because like the women would walk over and then they would give her some money.
Yeah.
And I was like, so does it just go into a big communal pool, or do you have like little envelopes for each person? And then she was like, "You're supposed to be in the other room. You're not supposed to be in.
You're grounded.
You're not supposed to be in the lobby."
You're grounded.
Yeah.
No, they're probably paying the floor fee.
No, they got mad at me. What?
Probably paying the floor fee.
No, I know. I think that's what it is. I think it was a floor fee. I do also think there was an element where it was like, once you get a certain amount of cash, you just put it over, get it out of the way.
Yeah. Well, that's what the locker room's for.
Yeah. Well, I think this was a way you could keep it on the. This is a high volume place, man. It was Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
People love tits down there.
It was the Larry Flint's Hustlers Club in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Ooh.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Ford F-150.
Ford Formula F-150.
Yeah, I'd watch that. Just people rolling trucks on turns. Yeah.
Whiplash is like, well, I was going to do that.
I was going to make all the cars crash. No, man, Marvel movies, it's a whole world. Wakanda.
Waka waka Wakanda.
Wakanda.
I saw Black Panther with a girl, and she had like a panic attack like the moment it started, and we had to leave, and I was like, "Hey, are you sure you can't get it together? This is gonna make us look really bad."
You're there with a racist girl who was like, "What?
I gotta get out of here!
Oh
I gotta
my
get out
God,
of here!
what is going on?"
That girl was wealthy. Maybe she was
just
racist.
frantically Googling, "Is Wakanda a real place?"
We need to go home and watch Avatar. I need to see something white.
Like in their mind, like
yeah, in their mind is probably an important caveat to whatever you're about to say.
in their mind, like less not that I am racist or whatever, or that they would think of me as a racist, but they like
consider themselves more liberal than you.
Yeah.
Or
Or not even more liberal, but just more like I'm a good person,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm over here
well
like, look at these
aware.
crime stats. No, but
Statistically,
no. Because I feel like I've never dated anyone who would have made a joke.
100% of the crimes are committed by one black guy.
One black guy, Barack Obama.
Guy just way overdoing it.
It's like a radical leftist infiltrated. He infiltrated like the racists, and he's turning them into like he's waking them up.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe a black guy did commit all the crimes. Barack Obama, because America's to blame, because the system's the problem.
Yeah.
All the racists are like, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, what?
Roll that back.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
This guy's half white.
That's the part I voted for. I don't know what that means.
Because Mr. Bean
Is in Rat Race?
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's in Rat Race?
Yeah, Mr. Bean's one of the
As
people.
Mr. Bean?
I don't know if he's as. I don't know the name of the character. No, he has narcolepsy, so he keeps falling asleep.
How does anyone know Mr. Bean's name? He doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the name of the character. He probably doesn't have I bet the credits are like, guy.
Mr. Bean.
Introducing Mr. Bean as
The Pink Panther.
the Bean. Oh wait, Mr. Bean's name is something else.
Rowan Atkinson.
We are so rude. He's got a real name.
The man's got a name.
His name in the movie is Enrico Pollini. He is a simple-minded, narcoleptic Italian tourist. They really wrote this movie.
wrote the shit out of this one, didn't they?
Vince Viloof as Blaine Cody, Dwayne's unintelligible body-piercing brother. Unintelligible. I like Whoopi Goldberg as Vera Baker, Meryl's superstitious mother.
I like Whoopi Goldberg as anything.
What's your favorite role?
I especially like her next to me in bed.
Is Whoopi Goldberg a lesbian?
Yeah, that's why she fucked me.
No, she fucked. Well, that wouldn't be the first time. That is because Whoopi Goldberg is. She was She was dating Ted Danson. But then also
Ted
I feel
Danson. Do you think he's ever gone by that insult?
Whoopi Goldberg has dyslexia. You don't need to put that in there.
Well, remember, I mean, do you remember why she's called Whoopi Goldberg?
Because she farted.
Because she wouldn't stop farting.
You wouldn't stop farting. Yeah,
she's a regular beep. Oh, wait, hold on. That makes it sound different. I was just trying to bleep a real person's name.
Who is the real person who won't stop farting?
That girl who would stop farting that one time in that dressing room.
Comic?
I wasn't there for that story. But
good Lord.
I feel like I smelled it just from you telling it.
There's a regional comic who wouldn't stop farting one time. And they were like, I'm a cute lady, so it's okay. It was like, no, we're in an enclosed space.
It stinks.
It is not okay.
It really stinks.
You need to stop farting. It's like people just think female comics just do jokes about their periods and their pussies. It's like, no, some of them fart all the time.
Some of them won't stop farting in the green room.
Stop farting.
Did you eat a shit salad?
That is wild, because that has affected my view of that person so much.
Well, that story's fucking gross.
I'm always in my mind like, I don't want to do shows with them because they're just going to fucking fart a bunch and they're going to think it's funny. And I'm going to be like literally dying.
One fart might be kind of funny.
Accidentally farting, hilarious.
Farting on purpose after I tell you to stop because it stinks.
Farting on purpose after
Very
multiple
rude.
people have left.
Because you won't stop fucking farting.
Keep farting. Listen to this. Whoopi Goldberg expressed a preference for defining herself by the gender-neutral term actor rather than actress, saying an actress can only play a woman. I'm an actor. I can play anything. But Whoopi Goldberg, I don't think, has played a lot of men. But has Whoopi Goldberg played like a train or like a table?
Say, did she do like a dinosaur or something?
She's like, I can do a dinosaur.
I can be a table.
I can
be a bird.
An actress can only be one thing.
I'm an actor. I can be a...
I'll play a lion. She played a lion in Bucket List. Was there a lion in that movie? Isn't there a lion on the cover of Bucket List?
There's the pyramids.
What? No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
What movie has old guys and a lion?
Secondhand lions.
None of this makes any sense.
If you have an agent, he's like, we got to find a new vehicle for you. He's like, I already have a good Camry.
I got a great Camry. I drive a Ford Chianti.
Listen, I try and stay humble. I don't need to go out and buy a Porsche. I'm fine with my Jeep Wrangler.
We've got a vehicle for you.
Oh, thank God. My moped broke down on the way here.
Hold on. I have to see who is in this movie first before I start this bit. Christian Bale, we have a great vehicle for you.
The Batmobile. Is it the Batmobile? I've always wanted to ride the Batmobile.
Ford versus Ferrari. I'll take Ford.
I'll take Ford.
I'm a practical guy.
I got kids. I can't be driving around in a Ferrari.
Ford versus Ferrari. I already told you I'll take the Ford.
I'll take the Ferrari too if you're offering.
I feel like you want me to take the Ferrari.
It seems like you want me to take the Ferrari.
No, Christian. Ford versus Ferrari.
I mean, Ferrari's going to win that race, but it's not the kind of car, it's not an everyday car.
You keep saying this is the vehicle that's going to get me to the show. I call them movie sets. I don't call them shows. He said this is the vehicle that's going to win the show. I was like, it's not a competition.
What is this, the Golden Globes?
And also, it's not, we film it. Someone edits it. I don't do live theater anymore.
I'm above it.
Even then, it's a performance.
I'm Batman.
I got a gig on Broadway.
People were getting like rowdy on the bus or something, and the bus driver was like, listen, if you guys don't calm down, I'm just never going to stop driving.
I love driving. Look, they don't pay me to drive. They pay me to stop. I fucking love driving.
Imagine that being like, they were like, listen, if you guys don't calm down, this is turning into a hostage situation. I will speed myself.
If y'all don't shut up, I'm going to rob you all.
Man, if you don't shut up, I'm going to pickpocket you.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Who wants to harm Russell? That was everything I showed my girlfriend in Practical Jokers.
Oh, yeah?
And then she's like, this show's great.
It is great.
She's like, these guys are having so much fun.
There's this guy in the restaurant the other day who looked just like Sal, but with a shaved head.
Yeah.
And the more I thought about it, I was like, maybe he's just the biggest loser.
He's not the biggest loser. He's tonight's big loser.
Totally different.
I know that's the thing.
It seriously. I almost tried to take a picture of him and send it to you. I was like, I think Sal lost and came to celebrate with some barbecue.
That's great. That sounds like that would make sense.
He looks like a guy who likes some barbecue.
That's good. You're on like the subreddit for the Impractical Jokers, and you're like, I'm going to their live show. I think I'm going to try to meet them after the show. Are they nice guys? And they're like, they're all nice, except when Sal loses, he is a real piece of shit.
He fucking just starts hitting people.
Yeah, you do not want to meet Sal on a night when he loses. No, the Jokers. Last night I met a girl who she's like talking about she goes to see the Jokers and stuff.
Was she hot?
No, she's a lady.
She hot?
I'm not in the market.
She's single?
She might have been.
She's sexy?
No, she was with a fella in a relationship. But they had recently moved to Nashville from L.A. and she's talking about shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, I love Sal's great. And then she like listed someone else. She's like, Sal and Chris DeStefano. That's a great show to see.
That sounds like the worst
And then
show
she said,
ever.
I like that even better than seeing the Jokers. And then I was like, well, what do the Jokers do? And then she's like, they show clips and it's this vibe where you're like, this lady just went to see the Impractical Jokers and for like in 2 hours was just like, the Jokers.
Oh
man.
The other day we were watching the television and we hear this baby just screaming in the hallway, and I was starting to get like angry. I was like, what the fuck, take that kid inside. And the front door is like a window, it's like glass. And so I look out and there's just this baby.
No, I thought you were just being metaphorical.
The front door is a window at a time.
The door is like a window.
Window into a different life.
Allowing one to see what the world truly shows.
There's just this baby in a diaper that's just pounding on the window, screaming. All alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
So we went out there and I was just looking at it like, hey, baby.
Yeah.
What's your deal? So we picked the kid up and we walked upstairs and there was this guy who had the door was just like open.
Oh.
So I'm just like screaming into the room. I'm like, hey, excuse me.
Do you have a baby?
Anyone, you missing a baby? Anybody
have a baby?
And he comes out and he's like freaking out. He's like, oh my God, man, I was taking a shit. And I was like, don't swear in front of the baby.
Don't swear in front of your runaway child.
And so we give him the kid. And we're like, yeah, dude, I mean, whatever, man. It's tough being a parent and having to poop, I guess.
It's tough being a parent and having to poop.
And then he was like, hey, man, you guys smoke weed?
We do, but we're going to need to call Child Protective Services.
He just gave us a bunch of free weed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's say a similar thing happened when I was on her like patio, and I was just in my underwear, like just like smoking a cigarette, reading, and this guy on the patio like across the street is like, hey man, I'm sorry man, you mind like putting some pants on? I got kids. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, whatever.
Also, have you seen my kids? I'd run away.
Can you get dressed? Because I got kids and I need your help finding them.
I got kids and I do not know where they are.
Can you get dressed and join the search party?
I'm worried the guy upstairs who sells weed stole them again.
No, so I go inside and I put some pants on. And he's like, yeah, thanks, dude, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine, man. I don't mind. And then he's like, hey, man, you smoke weed? It's
legal.
I'm just going to start saying that to cops.
It's legal.
It's legal.
It is. It's legal here.
You're smoking weed in front of a cop. You're like, it's decriminalized, so I'm not a criminal.
It's decriminalized.
You can only arrest criminals.
It's like milk.
This is decriminalized.
If God wouldn't have wanted to smoke weed, he wouldn't have made it legal in some states. How do you do though? How do the cones work? You smoke like a joint?
Yeah, it's like sort of like a pre-rolled thing. You just like put weed in there.
Oh, okay.
And then
like a disposable one hitter.
And then you tie it off. No, it's a joint. I don't know why you're trying to think of like new words for it. It's just a joint.
No, it's like a bong made out of paper and wrapped up. No filtration system, no glass.
I like to put ice cubes in my joints.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that is nice.
Mellow it out.
You ever put a joint in the freezer?
No, is that a thing?
I mean, it is when you cover the joint in liquid codeine.
Oh, okay.
But
other than that, no, it's not a thing.
I mean, that's probably the thing. Some like hippie who's like, I keep it. My mom did it, and I do it. I don't know.
I don't know.
They say it doesn't keep it fresher, but I think it keeps it fresher.
I think it does. I think it does.
George is smoking weed. George is buying big.
George is moving weight. George, don't smoke the joint out of the trash can. This is the worst Seinfeld anyone has ever done.
It took me a second to figure out what that was.
I think an actual bee could do a better impression of Jerry Seinfeld.
Kramer's just eating. He's just licking out of the ashtray.
I'll take the scraps. I talk like George now.
I do George.
It's me, Kramer.
It's the old George show. Buddy's getting on my nerves.
What's the deal?
It's an 8-ball.
These Dominicans can't roll cigars.
Hey, that's full circle. No, we should get out of here soon.
Yeah, I was about to say. Funnydinner.com.